It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne.
They find some open field here. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Another tote for Etienne. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
And you look at the Saints defense.
They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And the big difference in the game? Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Yeah, he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves
him just short for 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Think right open.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Jaguars put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Hamler, the motion man left. Got an open man here. It's K.J. Hamler. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. K.J. Hamler.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
This defense for the Saints, they have certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36.
When you look at the Saints defense,
they were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Taking it about the 16.
a pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Kamara trying the right side. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
These two teams all tied after one. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
93. 90. What's up?
To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Go, let's go. Hey, kill.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Got, ready,
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Now Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. Touchdown Jaguars. Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On play action, now Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Here's Carr to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. Down to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The York now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Saints 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another
nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Monday, down. Get set. Blue 80.
From midfield, here's Carr.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Etienne once more. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 20-yard line. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
They'll run with Etienne, and he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now Lawrence on first down.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Hey, Lion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, sir.
Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. York on now for the extra point.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Saints 7. Cade York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Etienne. Antonio Johnson.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
At the 28-yard line.
All right, let's go. Easy, 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 easy. There we go.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Hey, go, go.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Take right open, open. Hey, I'm gun.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Open man right side is Ingram. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. York now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Saints 7. York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball games.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That's good for 28 yards.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for a Saints first down.
Down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We're good.
On first down, Carr drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
From the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second down and 6 now.
White Monday down.
Oh, design run for their wideout. Down the sideline he goes. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now Carr on the bootleg. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. They're going to look to throw.
And this one's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that'll make it third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
637.
Throwing his car on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Now Carr. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Juwan Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
On first down, Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. A short throw to Ingram. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On third down, Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete as well.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3-and-out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. On play action, it's Carr. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
694.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the 1st down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. ETN up the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Screenplay, here's ETN. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Take right open.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Carr now on first down. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. He's still on his feet. Alvin Kamara, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time. Kamara. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Derek Carr. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Saints have scored again in this third quarter. This time to move out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence giving the ETN here on the option to the 43, second down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. It'll go as a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd and a couple. They go play action now. Lawrence. Jones has it. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Red 23.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Credit Brian Brzee in there to greet him and drop him for a loss.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Hey, lie.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Lawrence will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Let's go.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Take right open.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
You got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And there to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. This is 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's 2nd down.
Yo, Chief. 29. Set.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On the counter, here's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
What down?
And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Down.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for New Orleans, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
On red. There goes, huh? Oh. red. It's hot. Got it. Ready? Here we go. It's hot. Lisa 24. Red, red. Rip 23. Hey, Ron. Silver. Hey, easy. Ralph. It's hot. Hey, Lion. Here we go, son. On the jump. Here we go, son. All right, let's go. Here we go, son. Hey, go gold! Go gold! Silver! Hey! Here we go, son. On the set. Silver. On red. It's hot. Red on red. Here we go, son. Lisa 24. It's hot.
It's Madden NFL 24, and there's no love lost between these AFC South foes. It's the Jags and the Colts, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we jump right into this. A new era begins here in Indy as the Jags and Colts are underway to begin the new season. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is a number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
The moment Anthony Richardson's name was announced as the 4th pick in the 2023 draft, it changed the landscape and probably our viewing habits with the NFL. He is must-see viewing. Tremendous athlete, not a lot of experience, but the ceiling as high as it possibly can be.
Richardson going right to the air.
And his first look is incomplete.
So this, a great matchup here in Indy. You get a divisional game right out of the gate. But Charles, what do you see in store for these two teams in 2023?
Indianapolis trying to get themselves reestablished as a playoff team, but they've kind of hit the reset button a little bit. While Jacksonville, coming off of a big finish in 2022, they believe they're the team to beat in the AFC South.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Down to about the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Lawrence.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's complete. Etienne out of the backfield. And he's going to be... Shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lawrence. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. Something different, and I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0?
like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear. Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Ready?
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Josh Allen. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
There he goes, right side.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
It's a big play for the Jaguars.
48 yards.
Hey, go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey. Where are you left?
Now Lawrence. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Christian Kirk, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jags are able to add on to that lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They got some guys who might need a year or two on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Rip, 23.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
Down to the 22-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 2nd and 6.
Hey, I'm gun.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what was he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Trayvon Walker gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Richardson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. On the return, here's Agnew. Shifts by him. A big-time return there, 40 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
All right, let's go.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And it's
It's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Now Richardson.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to...
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Hey, hey.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Here we go.
On play action, Lawrence.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Red on red.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
A give running right, Etienne.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Holding offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Kill.
Now Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort,
but it's well short. And this will stay a two-score game at 16.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
First and 10, it's Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
Second and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
11. Here we go.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Running out of the gun with ETN.
Taking it right down Broadway. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slow them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back now in Indianapolis.
It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. So nothing doing there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The short throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it with the option right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now it's Richardson.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Richardson now on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. The Colts on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Come on, set.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Down to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they're going to speed things up here. Back to the air with Richardson. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Second down, here's Richardson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. If they've stopped them 2 out of 3 times, usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 24.